2007, and we have for you another season of Speak Out.
Woo! Is there a divide within the Filipino community? We'll see. There's FOBs and there's Phil-Ams.
We invited a group of panelists, a larger group of panelists this time. We have 6 on each side to help us resolve this matter.
I really believe that there's a cultural disconnect. There's a gap that needs to be bridged in our community.
It was weird because, you know, you came from a country with there's a sense of bayanihan, they say, you know, they rear each other out. It's like, oh, you know, we're Filipino, we're supposed to be tight. But like, psych, we're not.
We're shy to talk to, you know, Phil-Ams because like, oh, they're English. I don't know what to say.
And so I didn't know how to relate to them. They were talking completely in Kapampangan.
Because if you grow up in the Philippines, you learn both languages, right?
The message that I received was that my Filipino-ness was not good enough and that I will not be accepted with my accent and with the way I dress. I have to change myself. In essence, I have to shed myself of my Filipino-ness.
Ano kasi, like, yung respeto kasi minsan wala. Tapos, like, pag pumasok ang eskwela, minsan, like, most of the film, like, yayabang, like, oh, we're better than you.
They expect us to explain the club, our mission statement in Tagalog. They came up, they said, well, we don't think you should call yourself Filipino because you guys can't speak the language.
How are you gonna tell me that your Filipino organization, you can't even speak Tagalog? It's a great point. The essence and the foundation of that organization, you can't even explain.
Learning Tagalog at 2 versus 22 is such a big difference.
Okay, just because we want to, improve our Americanness doesn't mean we have to get rid of our Filipino-ness.
And what does Americanization mean, or what is the American dream, and who is American? And when we think about this, when we think about that concept, most people think of white folks. So if a Filipino wants to be a Filipino-American, are you trying to be white, or are you trying to have the ideals of America, of freedom, democracy, and have wealth and privilege? So I think there has to be, a separation between those two.
Let's just reverse the question. What does it mean to be Filipino? Does it mean wearing chanelas in the winter? Does it mean putting our parents in a pedestal?
It's like, hold up, like, this doesn't make sense. Why are we kind of fighting amongst each other?
What's the role of the parents? Shouldn't they pass on the Filipino-ness by passing on the language?
We tried very hard. We are talking in Tagalog in the house. We are, for some reason, when they goes to school, suddenly, she's
not interested anymore.
I get so upset when I see Americans talk to him like he doesn't understand because of his accent, and I get even more upset when I see Phil-Ams doing that.
I'm from the East Coast, and hearing all these stories is pretty interesting because my experience is totally different. I didn't hear the word FOB until college.
There's a higher concentration of Filipinos in the West Coast, and because there's not as many Filipinos in the East Coast, American-born are going to gravitate to the Filipino-born because they want to find out more about their homeland.
Is it the fault of the individual Filipino, or is it the fault of the Filipino people collectively who have allowed an American educational system and an American culture in the Philippines that has bred poverty, it has bred self-hate, it has bred out-migration?
So let's be conscious about, about these psychological scars that we inflict upon each other. Let's try to nurture our community by, supporting each other regardless of immigration status.
Be heard! Stand up!